Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is for my collective. I'm doing this on 11/11, but by the time it uploads will probably be 12/12. So just want to make that abundantly clear. This is for people who they feel called to the title, they feel like it'll resonate. So even if you are subscribed to my other channel, or not Awkward Confidence, Gemini Empress channel, pick a cards. Sometimes my readings will resonate there, and sometimes people resonate more with the collective, sometimes people resonate with both. So just take what resonates and leave whatever doesn't. Please don't force a narrative on your life if you know it's not resonating with you. Only take what does resonate. I have to put a disclaimer because some people will be like, okay, well, if everything else you do usually resonates, then this message must resonate too. It's not always the case, okay? So that being said, what are the messages that the collective need to know? What are the messages that the collective need to know? Okay, so we have Ace of Swords. Oh yeah, I need to actually fix the lighting because I've noticed sometimes you guys can't see the cards when I put them right into the camera. Okay, but we have Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, the Star card, the Emperor, King of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. Okay, overall energy we have the Three of Pentacles. I did actually tuck in the Empress. So the Empress was trying to leak out, but I kind of tucked it in. And we also have the Emperor. Okay, so what is it that you guys need to know? If you guys are feeling stagnant, stuck, especially with the Hanged Man, you are in a situation or there's something that requires a lot of reflection, problem solving skills, planning ahead, if you're setting goals for yourself, something along those lines. You could be struggling to properly organize your life right now, and say for example you want to achieve financial freedom, or you're like, oh, I need more money so I can buy this, so I can plan for this, so I can put a deposit on a house, or so that I can I don't know, go on holiday, or so that I can start a business, or so that I can, you know, move to this country, whatever it may be. You guys are trying to save and think of ways to generate income and also save your money and basically overcome whatever situation that you may be impending or already going through. For some of you, this is just a random situation in your life, so it doesn't have to be financially tied. You could be reflecting and thinking about things in different ways. So say, for example, you're already thinking about one way, you're trying to look at things from a different angle, okay? Because this is giving a lot of mental energy. So we have the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. This is giving an energy that there will be an opportunity for finance. So if you guys have been working, but you feel like you're not getting enough money or you just need more money, there are opportunities that will be presented to you in order for you to generate more income. And that's why we have the King of Pentacles, because the King of Pentacles is one of the best providers. We even have the Emperor right next to it, right? But then for others of you who have been struggling with finances, or maybe you have a job, it's not stable, or some of you guys are out of employment right now, there will be an opportunity to seek employment. And it won't just be any odd job, it will be a job that actually can provide for everything that you need. My advice is to save. Even if you feel like, oh yeah, but this pay is good, let me go buy this, let me impulsively buy this. Just try and save as much as you can, because especially if you are someone who you feel like, oh, like there's too many changes in our life, or this job is not stable enough, or this area is not stable enough, I need to move somewhere else. Or if you're the type of person where you don't really stay in jobs for a long time, if you feel like you're not happy, save, plan ahead, okay? I'm hearing the word gesture. Sorry, this is a bit of a lychee. I'm hearing the word gesture. So someone could also be about to or wanting to give you some sort of handout. Again, it doesn't just have to be financially, but it could just be a kind gesture. Somebody wants to help you out, even if it means putting in a good word, even if it means fighting in your corner, even if it means recommending you to something, or someone putting your name in for something. I'm getting an act of kindness, that's going to benefit you in all aspects of your life. So whether it be making the right friends, having the right support, finances, love even. It's giving like a kind gesture, okay? I heard bridging the gap. So I do feel like if you have been having gaps in your career or gaps in, I don't know, like if you've gone a long time without doing something, someone's going to be bridging that gap or being able to make up for it or overcompensate, I'm getting. Okay, it does feel very much career-based because we do have the Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and we have the Emperor here and the Star. Okay, some of you guys, okay, I mean this on a subconscious level. Some of you guys don't realize that you may have faced a lot of stagnancy in life, not just finances, but in life. And you may have felt like, why are things not working out for me, or why is this not in the cards for me? But then you'll begin to realize that you're not always meant to work for other people, because the Emperor card is self-employed. Okay, he can provide for himself, provide for those he loves, because he's not really relying on somebody else's orders. Everything he does comes from him, so it's him self-motivating himself, right? But the Star card is giving like magnetism. Like it's kind of like making people want to come towards you, like seek your services, seek you. It's giving like, if you guys were to start a self-employment, not self-employment, if you guys were to start a business or something that is self-employment or creative, it would actually do really well, and it would actually heal you. Some of you guys don't realize that you're actually meant to be leaders in this world, or you're not meant to be working for other people or following other people or taking orders from other people. Like you guys are supposed to be the boss, okay? It doesn't have to be of a company. It doesn't have to be like, oh yeah, people are gonna work for me, but it could just be, you're meant to be self-employed. You earn the money doing the things that you love the most, and you can motivate yourself because you enjoy doing it. You know, with a job, it's like you may hate it, but you know, like, oh, you know, I have to follow this or else I don't get money. But with you, it's like you work on your own terms, and you're gonna love what you're doing. Some of you guys haven't tapped into this yet. Some of you are in the process of doing this. Some of you want to do this in the future, but you don't know what start to make. My best advice would be save up money now, plan ahead, be very frugal with your expenses for now, and use it accordingly so you can keep some tucked in, so that when you do start, you feel like there's some level of stability there, and it will pick up. Okay, for others of you, you need to realize that even if you are a very good person, very kind, very diplomatic, how you're going to get to where you want to be in life, especially financially, success, career, whatever it may be, it's going to require you to be a little bit of a bitch. It's going to require you to be a bit of a like, I'm not going to take this ish. Like this has to be this, and I'm not going to compromise on that. Like you're going to have to channel in that energy so that people take you seriously, so you take yourself seriously, so that whatever you're producing, the result is amazing, it's immaculate. Don't settle for like, oh, this is good enough, or it could be better, but this is good enough kind of mentality, okay? And the more you guys heal, the more you're starting to not care about what people think, or this is what you're headed towards or needing to do. I mean, it is the 1111 portal. This is new beginnings. When I first started my spiritual journey and going on this path, I would see 1111. That was the first ever number I would see. And I didn't know what the hell it meant. I was just like everyone else. Oh, is it a twin flame thing? Is it, you know? No. To me, it was like the beginning of something. New portal, the beginning of your own journey, right? And that's going to mean something different to everyone, right? So you're being advised to be your most authentic self. And you guys are going to realize that your most authentic self is actually a badass. As in like, you're somebody who you don't take shit from anyone. You are highly respected. You are fair and diplomatic, but it's like you're going to go to great lengths in life because you don't settle for less. And then you're going to have people thinking that everything was handed to you. You're going to have people thinking, oh, you're just lucky. Not realizing that it took a lot of shadow work and a lot of inner healing to get to where you need to be. Because when it comes to success, when it comes to finances, it's not just about, oh, I have money, oh, I work hard. You got to do some inner work as well. Because sometimes like people have the skills, they don't have the confidence. Or some people have the potential, but they're not pushing themselves enough because they want to give up, or they're like, I'm okay with selling with this is okay. People see your potential. People see your power. You just need to realize it. People see it, they sense it, they feel it, they're intimidated by it. And you may have noticed this, especially in places like education or workplaces or friendship groups, social events. People may feel intimidated by you and you may not even know why. And it's not something that physically meets the eye, it's an energy. And you guys need to remember what your power is so that you can harness it. Because a lot of the time, people are not aware of their potential. And the people that see that and don't want you to reach your potential are hoping that you are doubting yourself too. So don't give them that, okay? You guys are going from a king to an emperor, regardless of gender. So with the 3 of Pentacles, this is like stability, foundations. It's like the start of something and working on your stability, your crafts, your skills, whatever it may be, and perfecting it. Don't give up on it, okay? I heard tarnish, so don't be tarnishing things that you're good at just because you're like, oh, well, let me take a long break. Like, it's really good to brush up on what your skills are. I'm also getting a random message for some of you. Do your protection prayers if you pray to God, or your protection affirmations or rituals, whatever you guys do, whatever you believe in, just do that. Maintain that to be something you do every day. Don't just do it when you feel like something's off, because a lot of the time, you guys are so intuitive. Whenever something is off, you're going to feel it. Your body's going to send you signals. Your nervous system's going to send you signals. It will just feel it energetically that something's off. Some people want you to slow down in life, so they may put that into your life through making you extremely sick, or making you tired, or making you feel like, oh, you know, let's guilt trip you into not doing anything, or, you know, don't give people that satisfaction. If you have a certain routine that you want to follow, you have plans, you know, stick to it and be consistent, okay? Because you guys are going to be entering a whole new cycle. I want to see if there's anything else. Is there anything else that the collective needs to know? What does the collective need to know for the 1111 portal? Okay, so we have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Swords. We have the 8 of Cups. We have the 10 of Swords, we have the 8 of Wands, and then we have the 5 of Cups. Overall energy with the Tower. So something significant has happened or is happening. Next to it is the Page of Swords. Okay, we'll unpack this. With this 5 of Cups, this could be crying over spilt milk. Some of you guys could be focusing on what has gone wrong and how you can come back from something. Maybe you guys are thinking, oh, maybe if I was younger, I should have done this, or maybe in the past I should have done this. Because maybe you guys put an investment into something and you haven't really seen the result. You haven't even seen the results of it. But the fact that this actually flipped upside down and I picked it back up means things will be turning around for you. Maybe you guys go through phases where you're like hard on yourself. I should have done this. I've invested my time and energy into this. I'm not seeing much results. Maybe I should give up. I've been doing this, but it hasn't been working. It's been stagnant. I've been feeling like I'm behind. But you don't realize the blessings that are awaiting you behind your back. The 2 of Cups is behind your back. For some of you, this could even be love. Maybe you're like, oh, by this age, I should have been married. By this time, we should have been married if we're in a commitment and it's been a long time. Whatever the situation, whether it's love, career, life, health, heard scholarship for some of you, reading, writing, languages I'm hearing for some of you. Maybe you feel like, oh, I should have done this and kept at it. Why did I go down this path? Or why did I invest in this thing or this person? You know, but you don't realize that there are going to be blessings awaiting you. Sometimes we go through certain paths to teach us things, to better aid us in where we need to be. So for example, if you're someone who, don't know why I heard clarinet, that's very random. Someone could play an instrument here. But say for example, you want to be a professional clarinet player, or you want to be worldwide famous for playing the clarinet, for example, and you see people post one video of a clarinet song cover and they've made it in life, and maybe you've been doing it for like, I don't know, 20 years and you haven't seen much difference, and you're like, what am I doing wrong? Sometimes you don't realize is the people that you're around could be giving you negative energy. Sometimes you need to actually be comfortable who you are and actually allow yourself to not care what people think. don't feed into the negativity, or sometimes you need to go through stages where you are betrayed and you're hurt by people, so you can recognize it, so that if you are in that position where you are thriving, you are famous, you are successful, you can already like spot the fake people from a mile away, so you won't even have to deal with them because of what you already would have dealt with when you were younger, right? Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes as human beings we could be a little bit arrogant because we're like, if I don't know the reason, then there's no reason why I've gone through this. A reason doesn't mean that you deserve to suffer, but there's always some sort of, I would say, useful reason why we go through things. Like there's something we can benefit from, even if it's painful, even if it's horrible, you know, there's some sort of thing we can take away from it. You know, it doesn't mean we deserve it though. We don't, you know. But we do have the 8 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. For some of you, either you've said something to someone or someone has said something to you that's putting you or them in this 9 of Swords energy. I'm also getting a level of impatience. Someone's impatient about something. Can we clarify this 9 of Swords with the 8 of Wands? Death reversed. Death, when it's upright, is about transformation. When it's reversed, it's something that's not transforming. You guys want a situation to change, and it's not changing. So it could be making you impatient. Either it's you or someone feels this way about you. It could be a friend, it could be a celebration, it could be success, because next to it is the 6 of Wands, and then we also have the 10 of Pentacles. Some of you guys may have felt like I should be here by now. For others of you, it could be like a friendship situation, or someone feels this about you where like, oh, you should have replied to them by now, or whatever it may be. I'm getting an energy of impatience. This should have happened by now. I should have heard from them by now. I should have achieved this by now. Or someone feels this way about you, like, oh, I should have heard from the collective by now. Or this should have happened by now. And it's making someone feel like worse about themselves. It's making someone feel very depressed or very anxious or very insecure, because there's a transformation. Maybe for some of you this could be weight loss, because when I think of transformation I think of weight loss, but it's reversed. So maybe you're like, I've been eating grapes, I've been eating fruit, I've been eating, I don't know, salad, I've been working out, why am I still big? You know, it's like this should have happened by now, whatever it may be, right? But the will, if this is your energy, the will is going to be turning in your favor. It requires you to walk away from certain things though. If this is a relationship, like, oh, by now things should have been here, or we should have resolved this by now, or I should be feeling this, I should be feeling that, you know, whatever it may be. But maybe you guys are being called to walk away from something that is detrimental. Okay, we do have the 8 of Cups and the 10 of Swords. I'm going to clarify this. Can we clarify the 8 of Cups and the 10 of Swords? Why do we have this? Oh, okay. This may be separate to what I'm talking about, but we do have the 2 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords. So this is telling me there could have been a situation that you have been sitting on. You've been thinking, reflecting, wondering, is this something that I need to walk away from? Is this something that I need to stay? I don't know. You've been on a fence, really thinking things through. Okay, so maybe even this 9 of Swords is referring to you thinking about something that you're wondering, like, should I put an ending? Should I not put an ending? Should I let this go? Should I not let this go? And you could have been needing the affirmation, or the confirmation, I should say, to give you the go-ahead to stay or go from something. And you're just kind of weighing up the pros and cons. What are the consequences if you walk away? What are the pros if you walk away? Things like that. But I see you actually walking away from something that may have been hard to walk away from, but it was needed, okay? Because we do have the Judgment. Next to it is the 9 of Wands. So maybe you could have felt very uncomfortable with someone. It could be a friendship group, could be a relationship, and you just felt like there was just too much animosity, whether it's hidden or in plain sight. And it's something that requires you to do a lot of thinking. So it's not like someone's done something and it's like, should I walk away because they've done? It's more like it's been a pattern. You've been noticing something for a long time. Your soul's telling you to walk away, but it may have been hard. You're like, maybe I need more evidence. Maybe I need no, you know, like maybe I'm reading too into it. You may have gaslit yourself, and that's probably what's caused the 9 of Swords. But now you're actually like, you know what? I don't want to question what my intuition is telling me. I gotta walk away. But what you don't realize is when you walk away from this thing or this person or this energy, that's when your life is going to flip. That's when it's going to improve. And you're going to realize they were contributing to your life in a very negative way. That's why things couldn't progress. Things couldn't transform for the better. It was stagnant. You were facing a lot of disappointment because some of you guys were holding on to things and people because of time, because of history, not because it was benefiting you. Sometimes people fall out of alignment and that's just natural, right? Sometimes we outgrow things and people and that's just natural. It doesn't make you an asshole, you know? Everybody wants to do well in life. Everybody wants to progress in life. You don't always have to hang on to people just because of the history, okay? Because we have the Tower and we have the Page of Swords. This is giving an energy. Maybe you knew a lot of information about something, but you second guessed yourself. But then this is also giving me an energy of someone watching you. And with the Tower card, it's like a sudden change. Someone may look at you like you've changed as well. Can we clarify this Page of Swords energy? Okay, so with this Seven of Cups with the Four of Pentacles, this is giving like you're going to realize that if you have plans and goals and things that you really want to achieve and you told someone these things, you would realize things just wouldn't work out and you wouldn't know why. And then now that you're going to be more secretive or you're just going to cut this person out, you're not going to tell people what you plan, you're going to see things unfold, okay? Because we have the Judgment that was peeking out. It's kind of like you've made a judgment and it's like an abrupt, it feels abrupt to the other person because it's like sudden change, but it's like, it's not sudden. You've been watching, you've been analyzing, you've been recognizing the patterns before you got to this stage, before you made your decision. They're going to think it just came out of the blue, but maybe you don't call people out or call situations out. You're like, I need some time to analyze and think and reflect and, you know, maybe even ask ChatGPT for a little bit of a confirmation, you know, before you make this big decisions. And now you're starting to trust yourself a bit more, even if it's difficult. Even if people want to play dumb, because we do have the Two of Swords. So there's like, I'm in two minds about this, but I see you walking away from something or someone because you realize there's no point. I've been noticing these patterns and I can't ignore them any longer, okay? But once you do that, your life improves and you're going to realize that they were contributing to the things being stagnant. And it may not have even been intentional. It may just be their energy, or you maybe just not aligned with them anymore. Maybe they're just holding you back, but okay. Okay, so what else does the collective need to know in terms of the 111 portal? 1111 portal, I should say. What does the collective need to know? We have Gemini. We have sports. I feel like that was at the bottom of the deck. Let me take from behind. We have I'm sorry. I keep hearing, you don't know my name. Someone feels like you don't acknowledge them. Someone feels very ignored by you. We have artistic creative. We have academic. We have March. March also has the sign Pisces as well, so artistic creative, someone could be a Pisces here. And we have October. Okay. We have PTSD. I'm going to take that. Don't know why we have October. I'm just going to leave that, and with this, you are right. Overall energy, sports. So when I made these cards, like, they were very random, okay? But they have meaning, okay? So what I'm picking up here is, with the I'm sorry, I'm not going to link it to each and every card. Like, I put academic underneath, but I think I was meant to put academic here and March here. But with the I'm sorry, I'm getting an energy of someone who had been shady or someone who had done something to you, and they are not really upfront about it. So it's kind of like you felt a very weird vibe because you guys are intuitive. Again, with the Marches, make me think of Pisces energy. Either this person is a Pisces or Aries, or they are intuitive and you're intuitive. Like, this person knows that you know something, but they're not really like open about it. This person is not really a direct person. They don't want to have any problems with you, but they know what they've done to you warrants an apology, because you are someone who cannot be lied to. You are somebody who cannot be hoodwinked, manipulated. Well, everyone's capable of being manipulated, but you know what I mean. It's very hard to manipulate someone like you. You'll be able to catch on Even if you are manipulated, like you'll be able to wake up from it. Okay, can we clarify? I'm sorry. Someone's done something, and they could be born in March. Someone's done a lot of reflection, and they've come to the realization that they were wrong. It's giving, yeah, a Pisces energy, Queen of Cups. And I keep getting Pisces in a lot of my readings, so I don't know if you guys are dealing with that, but there's a feminine energy that wants to apologize. It's giving a friend, and they have come to the realization that their behavior was just not on. And maybe they played dumb because they were too afraid to be honest about how they were moving. Maybe this is an unsupportive friend, or just a friend that was jealous of you, envious, intimidated. You made them feel insecure. So maybe they did things out of their own insecurity, and now they're realizing, maybe I should have been a better friend. And it's not like this person is evil. They don't want to be a bad person, but they understand that their insecurities can really lead them to behave in a certain way that is just really unpleasant. Okay, that's a very specific message. Can we clarify you're right and October? Something could have happened in October, either last month or last year. Someone was very defensive about something you told them. You told someone something and they didn't want to take you any seriously. They don't want to believe you, but we have you were right. So you were right about something to do with October, maybe to do with a Libra, a Scorpio, or something happened in October. Who clarify October? Someone was very defensive. Maybe someone did you wrong and you're like, oh, I feel sorry for you because things are not going to work out for you now. And they're just like, I don't care. You're saying all this stuff, but that's not true. And then something bad happened. Or maybe you tried to warn someone about something and they didn't listen to you and now it happened. Can we clarify October? Why do we have October here? We do have the King of Wands. And then we have the Page of Wands. I'm going to read this intuitively. And we also have the Chariot. There could have been a male that you dealt with. This is giving romantic. Or just someone with masculine energy, right? There could have been someone you dealt with that was arrogant. They got a bit too big for their boots. Like when you met them, they were just a page. And then you gave your energy. You uplifted them. You fed them with so much love and confidence, whatever. Then they got arrogant. Then they got cocky. They started to act like a King of Wands. Yet they were really a Page of Wands. But that was your energy fueling them. And then they started to be defensive, or they probably pushed you away, or you warned them about something and they didn't take you seriously. They could have been even a Cancer. They acted impulsively, or they acted based on their emotions. This person could have been a liar. This person could have ghosted you, or this person could have just been very much like, I've got what I wanted, you made me feel good, now I'm going to like go elsewhere. And it could have been a big thing. But we do have the Three of Swords here and the Two of Wands. This person could have went where they thought the grass was greener. This person could have been an opportunist, but then they broke their own heart. They realized you were right about everything. They realized that you were the person that gave and gave and gave and was actually on their corner. Being on your good side was literally a blessing because things worked out for them. But then you may have realized that the more you were feeding into this person, the more depleted you were feeling, the more things were not working out for you. This person took and took and took. You could have warned them like, okay, cool, well, that's your karma then. Maybe this person's like, I don't believe in karma. Or maybe they don't really acknowledge karma or care about it. They're like, okay, cool, karma's real, but I'll deal with that when it hits. And now it's hit. So now they have to deal with that. And now they're like, wow, collective was actually right. Maybe I was just too arrogant. Maybe, you know. This is someone who doesn't learn from what they go through. They are very self-aware. They know that you should treat people with respect, kindness, and, you know, don't take advantage of good people. They can recognize a good person too, but they get too arrogant to the point where they feel like they can, if they can bag you, collective, they feel like they can bag anyone now and they can do whatever they want, especially if you're putting them on a pedestal. And then things happen to them that are really, really unpleasant. And then they realize, oh yeah, that person was right. But then they become too arrogant to apologize, or too prideful, I should say, to apologize. And they repeat the mistakes. They're the type of energy that would repeat these mistakes. But there's something about your energy that is so potent that it's kind of having them in this energy of like, I can't do this again because this really put me in a fix, okay? That's a very specific message, but it's giving romance, it's giving X, it's giving male energy, okay? Or just masculine energy. So these are two separate energies with the I'm sorry and the you were right, okay? We do have artistic, creative, and academic. So tell us more about that, Spirit. Why is that energy here? We have the Knight of Wands. So you guys could be booked and busy. You guys could be wanting to explore. Maybe you guys have degrees, masters, PhDs in different things, and you're more like academics based, or at least that's how you've grown up. Sorry guys, I was running out of space. Maybe your heart is calling you to do something more entrepreneurial, or more creative, more artistic, more expression. So you're like, I gotta go down this route because this is stable. For example, let's take me. I'm a teacher by profession, and I teach primary school, or as people would refer to as elementary, right? And that's rather academic. I like it. It's stable. It's really good job to have, especially if you love working with children, you love educating people. And even if you have your own children, you're on holiday at the same time that your school's on holiday. So it's just very convenient. And I like it. It's stressful, but I like it, you know? However, I have like a creative side. So I like to sing, I like to dance, I like to rap. I also like to do tarot. That's relatively creative, I guess. It's more spiritual though. So it's kind of like, you guys may lean towards one thing, but you feel obligated to do another thing, you know, because we live in the matrix, right? You got to do something that is stable. And sometimes if you do businesses or creative stuff, it's not always stable, you know? So you guys could be in that predicament. I just gave myself as an example because that's very fitting. When I say academic and creative, that makes me think of, oh, that reminded me of me, okay? So maybe you guys are trying to balance the both. And it can be a little bit hard to balance the both because, you know, with academic, it's like, okay, I got to be formal when it comes to this. But then with creative, it's like, sometimes when you do too many academic stuff, it can suck the creativity out of you at times. I'm not going to lie. Okay, you clarify academic, creative. Yeah, maybe you guys have like this inner turmoil, this inner fight between doing something creative you love and just thinking about stability. But what if you guys are in this predicament, you guys don't realize that if you were to go down a creative path, it may take you longer, but you would be guaranteed success with time. But it requires you to work on your skills, and it requires you to feed like have more money so that you can do the things that you love, but you may just not have the time. Okay, we do have Gemini and PTSD. I want to clarify what that is. Why do we have Gemini and PTSD? I'm hearing it's a damn cold night. Like, what's that song? Take me by the hand, take me somewhere I don't know who you are, but what is that? Who sings that? I think it's I'm With You by Avril Lavigne. I'm With You by Avril Lavigne, yeah. So we do have the Death and we have Ace of Pentacles. That's clarifying Gemini and PTSD. Okay, and then we have the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. You guys are my alchemists. Again, I don't want anyone to come for me in the comments saying like, oh my god, you're just saying nice things about Gemini because you're a Gemini. Bruh, I'm just saying whatever messages are coming, okay? But the reason why Gemini is here is because it's coming up as you guys are dual. You know, Gemini ruled by the twins, right? It's giving like there are many sides to you. So you have one side that is like, okay, this is what I need to do. Like, say for example, in terms of love, when you love, you may love hard, regardless of your sign. You don't have to be a Gemini to do this, but you may really love hard. But then when someone plays in your face or someone does you dirty, someone betrays you, you're just like, done. We're over, I'm moving on, you're non-existent to me. It's like a big shift. It's like a big switch. So it almost feels like split personalities at times. So it almost feels like they're contrasting too much, okay? But some of you guys may be like this, even if you're not a Gemini. You're extremely loving, you're extremely nice, but you know how to be extremely cold. You know how to be extremely detached. You know how to move on with your life. You know how to just get over things. Even if you go through something, the amount of trauma you may have gone through may not be visible because of how you carry on with life. Or maybe you guys are very humorous and very funny and very bubbly that people wouldn't even think that you've gone through the half of the things that you've gone through. You don't have to be a Gemini, but that's just saying the energy itself, right? Or maybe some of your some of the things we've gone through could have been during that season. Okay, so May, June season. But what I'm getting here is with the PTSD, you don't realize that what you do sometimes is a trauma response. So like you may snap out of it very quickly, that's a trauma response. For some people, maybe they sink into depression, they're sad, it's visible, it's obvious. Whereas with you guys are just like, I'm so sad that I'm gonna take my sadness and transform and do something else. So you guys could go through, like, I remember when I went through a really tough breakup, I just went through a glow up. I'm like, you know what, I'm so sad that I'm just gonna focus on what makes me pretty. I'm so sad that I'm just gonna focus on going to the gym. I'm so sad that I'm just gonna focus on pouring back into myself. So maybe to the outside it looks like, wow, what a productive person, what a hardworking person. But deep down it's like, no, hyperactivity and just being very busy is how I deal with my trauma, so that I don't have to think it, I don't have to face it. I just use it as a muse to better my life. But it doesn't allow me to heal from it. It's just kind of like I'm just transmuting it, you know? So similarly, you guys could be doing this because you guys are putting all your effort into money, okay? We have the 9 of Pentacles. So maybe you guys have been through the 5 of Pentacles. You know what it feels like to have nothing, or you know what it feels like to feel left out in the cold. So now you're seeking more opportunity financially with the Ace of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. As a big transformation, you're more focused on your abundance, okay? And you're gonna use that abundance to put more energy into yourself. But we do have sports at the bottom of the deck. So I am getting an intuitive message with that. It's not that you guys are, it's not that this is a literal, basically. It's not like it's talking about a literal sport, although you guys could do literal sports, okay? It's giving more of a competitive energy, okay? Can we clarify this sports? It's giving that people are going to be in one side of the competition with you for no reason. Yeah, there we go. 5 of Swords, the Sun card. You guys have a lot of confidence in yourself and it's very healthy. You're very secure, and that doesn't mean that you have no insecurities, but you don't really project those insecurities on anyone. You just go within and say, how can I improve? This is a rare trait. As much as people like to yap online and pretend that they have this, majority of the world does not. It is extremely rare. I would say maybe, I'm not a researcher, but I would just guess probably like maybe 30 people, 20% maybe of the world population is truly like this. The rest of everyone is just a facade, okay? But you guys are very secure in who you are, and you don't compare yourself to anyone, you just focus on your life. But other people feel the need to pick fights with you. Other people feel the need to compare themselves to you. Other people feel the need to make everything a competition when you're just trying to live your life. Here you are happy, vibrant, colorful. And then you have other people that are like, I need to compete with that. Because apparently there's no room for everyone to shine. Okay? Can we clarify the sports even further, please? Yeah, because you shine, you radiate. We have the Star card and we have the King of Cups. So even, for example, if you're a woman, you could have even men who try to compete with you. How sad, okay? But regardless, if you're a man watching this, then you have other men trying to compete with you as well. It could be a water sign or a Leo specifically. We also have the Strength here, the Sun card here, and Aquarius. But shine anyway. Some of you guys may feel frustrated with that because it's just like, I'm literally just trying to live my life. Like, why are people making one-sided competitions? It's just very weird. Some people, like, it's kind of like people always need someone to follow and look up to, and people look up to you. But then looking up to you reminds them that they're not doing much, that makes them feel insecure in the end. So then it doesn't sit well with them, you know? So then they feel like they have to do something about it. And then it becomes like an obsession where they want to be better. You know, and it's just very strange. It's kind of like, I was looking into the religion of like Buddhism, and that focused more on your self-development, right? And it's kind of like Buddha himself, correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not Buddhist, but Buddha himself apparently had said that he doesn't want people to worship him. He's not a god. But then you have people who worship him. So, so it's kind of like he's directly saying, I don't want you to do this, but the people are like, let's do this anyway. Because human nature, a lot of people want someone to like look up to, someone to worship, someone to put on a pedestal. And it's like only a rare few of people in this world are natural born leaders. They're like, I'm not trying to worship anyone. I'm not trying to look up to anyone. I'm not trying to, you know, kiss up to anyone and make a competition between me and that person. I'm just trying to better myself and be happy within myself. And that's it. You know, so you have people wanting to compete with you, okay? Is there anything else that the collective need to know for 1111? Portal. Deja vu. You're going to be meeting people that remind you so much of the past people. I am so sorry. You're going to be meeting people that you're like, oh, pattern recognition. I've dealt with this narcissist before. I've dealt with this insecure person before. I've dealt with this sociopath before. I've dealt with this kind of person before. So I know to keep my distance, or I know to get away from such individuals. It's kind of like you've gone through so much before that you know how to deal with it now. This could also be you being granted a second chance to do something a different way, the right way. Okay, we have rebirth. Yeah, so maybe it's like you're being granted a second chance to do something different that's going to actually work in your favor this time round. Okay, we have ecstasy. I will clarify what that is pertaining to. We do have synthesis, so that's all about bringing two different things and making something new. We have boat. I think that goes here. And then we have mask. Oh, okay. Now I know that clarifies that. We have discernment. So what I'm getting here, guys. Okay, with the boat and with the deja vu, no matter, I hate to break it to you, but no matter where you go, you will always face adversity with people. There will always be someone that feels insecure because of your existence, that has a problem with you, and they will go to large extents to compete with you. And you dealt with this. You're so used to this. That's why it feels like a bit of turbulence in your life, because they will send some sort of negative energy. They'll try and compete with you. They'll try jabs at you. They'll make you feel insecure. They'll try and sabotage you. You're so used to it, but you could be tired of it. But you're so used to it. So it's kind of like, I know this game. I know how to move about it because I've gone through it so many times. You don't deserve to go through it, but it's kind of like human nature. You can't get away from it. We have the synthesis and the rebirth. So synthesis is all about bringing two different things and making them one, and we have rebirth. Some of you, this could be literal, like you guys could be having a baby, taking a sperm and egg and making a child, or if you guys could be in an interracial relationship, is taking one beautiful culture with another beautiful culture and making your love known. I'm just getting like it's taking two different things and making something new. For some of you, it could be a business idea, like I want to take this and this and this. One of my friends, she's so talented. She dances, but she does dance that is like Afrobeat, but she also does dance that's from her culture. And sometimes she tries to merge the two, and it looks so cool. Okay, so it's kind of like you guys could be doing two different things and making it into one, merging two different cultures, making it into one, two different ways of thinking and making it into one. Okay, which is great. Okay, if you've been thinking about it, go for it. Maybe even recipes. Maybe some of you guys are into cooking. You're like, I'm gonna take this and make this. Could even be with outfits, or I'm gonna do this and put this together. Love that. Okay, we do have mask and ecstasy. So yeah, this is what I was kind of laughing about. You have people who are secretly obsessed, because ecstasy makes me think of like obsession. It makes me feel like I just really, but the moon is here, so it's going to be eliminated. With the mask, it's kind of like someone's trying to hide, or people trying to hide the obsession with you, but there's a moon here in ecstasy. It will be eliminated. Can we clarify the ecstasy even further, please? Yeah, people have, like, you burden people because you make people aware that they're obsessed with you. We have the star card. It's kind of like your energy is so potent, and you're a star. And if people are burdened by that, it's like they can't look away. It's like they obsess over you and they don't want you to know that they feel this way. So they try and act like you don't exist, but they're obsessed. They are obsessed, and they keep it close to their chest. Okay? But at the same time, you also have discernment. So a lot of people may want to be close in proximity to you. They want a taste of your energy. They want to benefit off of your energy and be in proximity to you. But it's like, you can sense when someone's good for you and someone isn't good for you. So you guys could be like popular loners, where like a lot of people want to be close to you, or a lot of people know you, but like you're not close to people. Like you can't even count how many people that you would consider as a friend. Maybe you can only count on one hand, because you have a high level of discernment. No matter where you go, whether it's a workplace, whether it's education, whether it's social settings, like you are very much clued up because of what you've gone through, pattern recognition. So that's why you keep a high level of discernment, and you guys try to follow your intuition and don't gaslight yourself, because anytime that you have gaslit yourself and ignored your intuition, it has not served you well. You end up being put in a really bad predicament. So you're not ignoring your intuition anymore. Okay, love that for you. There's something that you need confirmation of. It is exactly what you think it is, no matter what they say. Okay, what advice do you have for my collective regarding career? None of you guys want to fall out? What advice do you have for my collective regarding career? We We have sweet success. It's not difficult to get everything you want and enjoy it. Get what you want. Guys, don't settle for less. You can actually go for the things that you really want in life. And I'm not saying that like it's easy. It's not easy. But some of you guys have a path where you're going to have to do all by yourself. You can't jump on the back of other people. You're gonna have to build it from the ground up by yourself, especially if you're anything like me, like if you're like a life path number one. One thing I've noticed about this tarot channels that I have, the money I've accumulated, the things I've studied, I've done this all by myself. I've never had like that mentality of let me suck up to this person and they can help me, because I have too much pride. I'm a very prideful person, which is not always a good thing. Sometimes it's okay to be vulnerable and say I need help. I don't know how to ask for help because I get really nervous and I feel like, oh my God, I'm making a fool out of myself. That's something I need to unlearn because that's not healthy for me to do. But one thing I can say is like, okay, I've accumulated 12,000 subscribers on Gemini Empress, and that's merely by me just posting online. I'm not out going out my way to share my content. I'm not saying, hey guys, look at my new video. No, it's kind of like I just put it out there and whoever watches, watches. Now I do share a lot on my awkward confidence, but it's like, it makes me feel like, sometimes I used to feel sad. I'm like, I don't really have a support system. I don't have people who want to support me. But then I realized online, there are people all over the world who I've never met in person who are the most supportive to me. And it makes me feel like it's not really about who you've grown up with or who you're beside. It's about who feels called to watch you, who feels called to come towards you and support you. So it happens by itself, okay? And because of that mentality, it's made me realize that you don't have to settle. It wasn't easy to get to this stage, but at the same time, it's like you guys can get what you want no matter how long it takes, okay? We do have fast changes, so things happening suddenly in a short period and in a hurry. Take bold steps. So you guys are going to be offered a lot of opportunities to start something, to go somewhere, maybe an interview for some of you, and it's going to happen out of the blue. So make sure your phone is on because you might get a call from someone, okay? You make sure you're checking your emails, okay? And we have new beginning. You will start a new job and life, clean sweep over, hit the reset button. I love that. I love that. It's like, this is what I want and I'm going to manifest it and I'm going to work hard towards it. You're being given an opportunity from the universe, okay? We have opportunity, new job opportunities, change of workplace or business trip. Change is coming just in time. So if your financial life, your career has been stagnant, it's getting better, baby, okay? Let's get some love advice. What love advice do you have for the collective? I decided to use the OG Romance Oracle decks. I haven't used this in a long time. What advice do you have for the collective in their love? Oh, okay. We have, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Yeah, it's very true. Very, very true. Okay. We have trust. This situation is calling you to have faith. Yeah, some of you guys may have given up on love, but the person you're meant to be with may be very different to what you expected yourself to be with. And I don't mean in a way where you're settling, but in a way where you surprise yourself. Like, this is the person I'm going to fall in love with, you know? We have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So yeah, this could be like childhood trauma. Maybe there's something you need to unlearn about love. Especially if you've had parents that didn't give you love in the way you deserved, then you may be looking for that in other people romantically. There's something that needs to be unlearned, okay? And reaffirm that you do deserve that love, okay? We have very soon, so clearly decide what you want so it comes to you very soon. Okay, love's coming in once you decide what you want, you know? One piece of advice, write down the qualities that you look for in a person and don't settle until you have that. Don't be like, oh, let me overlook this. No, don't settle until you have that. Because that's exactly what I did. And now I'm getting married next month. Literally, I'm like, I've gone through too much heartbreak. I'm not settling anymore. So that's a good piece of advice I'm just going to give you guys. Because we have a wedding, okay? Literally. So you guys will be getting married at some point of your life. So maybe some of you guys gave up on that. That's if you want to, by the way, because not everyone does. But I love that for you guys. So I'm going to end this. I hope that resonates. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And take care. Bye, guys.